Welcome, everyone. I'm Sue Paulson, your magnificence mentor. Welcome to the Healing Call of Cancer. This channel is devoted to cancer sufferers and cancer survivors to support, inspire, and assist you on your healing path through cancer. Today, I want to talk about 4 power tools that are not only essential, but they're inherent in every one of us that we have to draw on when we're on this particular path. Now, of course, the medical professionals have all kinds of tools at their disposal, but what you may have not thought about or realized or even understood, each of us is innately wired with tools that we can't really measure, but they're there. So no different than expecting when you turn on a light switch that lights come on, electricity flows through the panel, and voila, we have lights. We can't see the electricity, but somehow we know that it's there. Well, what we need to do is make sure that we're conscious of these power tools, because one by one we can use them. Whenever we want to call on them, they're there right now for us. So they're all important, all 4 important. So I thought I would do them in alphabetical order. So the first power tool that's part of us is courage. Now, so what is courage? Does it mean you don't have any fear? No, I like to think of courage as a combination or a culmination of small acts of bravery. So just as maybe one of your parents, when you got a sliver and they needed to take it out with tweezers or a needle or something, it says, okay, be brave, you need to be brave. Well, that's what we're talking about. So we'd, I'm still scared, but okay, go ahead, and somehow we get through it. And then next time something else happens that we need to be brave about, we have a little more bravery to draw on, because we proved to ourselves that we could be brave despite how scared we were or how much we thought it might hurt or whatever. So courage is one of those power tools that I think you will find you need in abundance. One of the things to remember is, if you have ever in your life had to be courageous about anything else, you have the courage right here, right now, to go through the cancer experience that's right before you. And not only through the experience, but way beyond that, beyond the fear, into a new life that you create that's special and wonderful just for you. So courage. Now, sometimes we need to borrow other people's courage when we just don't feel we can handle it. And that's why it's good to surround yourself with people that believe in you and want to lift you up and support you. Sometimes you can just borrow their courage for a little while, and it just adds to your own and gets you through the worst of it. So that's the first power tool that we have. The second power tool is determination. Now, I think when I was younger, my parents probably called me stubborn. Didn't much like that word, because it felt a little bit like a judgment that there was something wrong with me, that I was stubborn. So I like to use the word determination instead, that you have this internal fire that says, no matter what, I'm going to get through this, whatever it is, piece by piece. So determination is vital in working through from diagnosis to treatment and beyond. So it's about deciding what it is that you most want and how you're going to go through that. So when we're determined, even when we don't know the hows of something that's going to happen or the whens. The fact that we're determined on our final destination or the outcome that's most desirable for us, then it helps us get through. It helps us slog through the times that are very tough. I can recall some hugely tough times as I was going through radiation and chemo and then finally surgery. Well, it was rough. And there were days when I just wanted to give up, but my determination to just somehow get through, somehow power through whatever had to happen. And sometimes I felt battered and bruised and barely able to move, but the determination spark was there. And eventually, little by little, and sometimes it was just minuscule steps, I was able to move forward steadily, steadily. Sometimes I had to stop to rest, and that's perfectly okay. But then something would spark and I'd be determined that somehow I was going to get through this. So determination is number 2 on the list. As I said, they're all important and they all play a key role. So what's number 3? Number 3 alphabetically is faith. Now, you may or may not have faith in a higher power, in God or some supernatural being in the universe, whoever created us. If you don't, that's okay. So let's talk about if you do. If you have a faith in your creator and the ability to connect and engage with your creator, to bring in that healing energy, and you have faith that that support is there, wow, that's a powerful tool, because it gives you an extra layer kind of outside of our egoic nature that wants to keep us in fear, that keeps us locked in fear. And why, you don't have any power, who are you anyway? And it's this creative force that says, wow, you're magnificent, and you not only have all you need, but we have your back. We have your back. So whether it's a belief in angels, a belief in Jesus Christ, a belief in any other spiritual focus, religious practice, or whatever, that faith can sustain you through. Now, what if you don't really have a belief in the afterlife, a belief in God? What if you don't have that? That's okay, because there are lots of other things that you can put your faith in. So, for example, I recall reading about a fellow who had a very dire diagnosis, and he didn't have a particular spiritual faith as such, or if he did, it was kind of shaky and tentative. But his wife did. And his wife kept saying to him, honey, you're gonna be okay. Well, because he was determined to meet cancer head on and do what needed to be done, he decided, okay, we'll go with her faith. And he kind of leaned on what it was that she believed and said, okay, well, that seems stronger than where I'm coming from, so let's go with that. So we can have that faith that we lean on that comes from other people. That's what prayer circles are all about. Energy circles are all about. Healing circles are all about. Believe me, I drew on every one of those resources that I possibly could, because I thought it won't hurt, and I have faith that it will help. I have faith that it will get me through. Faith in your healing practitioners can be a big boost, that if you trust whoever's in front of you saying, okay, here's how we're going to deal with this. And you have faith that they'll guide you through, and it feels right inside you. If you have faith in the support of your family and your community, and of course they have faith in you, then that's faith. And of course, faith in yourself, because if you've already decided that you're going to be as courageous as you can be, and you're going to be as determined as you can be, then that builds your own faith in your ability to do that. So, and ultimately, it's a faith that you are more powerful than the cancer that's in your body, that you are more than that. So if you can dig deep and find that faith, that will serve you well. I know it served me very, very well. It wasn't until I was through that part of my journey that and was on the road to a different kind of internal healing that I kind of stumbled across this idea of power tools. And it bothered me that the doctors, for example, would rely on all their statistics. And when their statistics didn't prove to be accurate, I'm going, well, yeah, they're measuring all these things, but even that isn't giving the right information. So why is it that some people are making it through and others are really struggling? What's going on here? And when I got talking with other people about this, it occurred to me that a lot of what we can't measure, a lot of what doesn't show up in the stats for anybody, is their level of, first of all, their level of courage, their level of determination, their level of faith, and of course, the last one is their level of hope. So hope, again, is another intangible, and yet think about it, when we're hopeful about a really good outcome, there's this inner calmness that comes over us and fuels energy to heal. I really believe that when we have hope. So where did I draw hope from? Initially, I'm not sure. I had a lot of hope inside myself for me, but I drew hope from the stories of others who had made it through, who'd had, in lots of cases, a diagnosis that was far worse than mine, but they made it. And I'm going, oh, there's hope. My grandmother was always fond of saying, where there's life, there's hope. And I thought, well, I'm still breathing. So today is a new day. I'm hopeful that I can rise to the challenge, or I can get through this treatment, or my body will respond and begin to really heal what needs to be healed, that I can find the support that I need. I'm very hopeful that I will move through this experience in a way that serves me well. So there's the fourth one, is hope. So what I want you to think about as you go through this journey, think about where you are in relation to each of these power tools. And it's perfectly okay to lean on others for their support in this arena. One of my special professionals that I leaned on was Dr. Valenzuela, a hypnotherapist, who really helped me dig deep to find myself beyond the diagnosis. And just working with him, not only was I determined to go to the root of what was going on with me, but I had tremendous faith in his and his wife Matilda's ability to help and support me and guide me through the process. And of course, I had tremendous hope for a new life beyond what I had gone through. You have it too. It's there for you. It's right in front of you. It's right inside you. So take a look and draw on whenever you need your courage, your determination, your faith, and your hope. All power tools that will serve you very, very well. Until next time, dear ones, stay tuned.